Imagine a real estate mogul whose name is synonymous with luxury and power. But what if the glittering skyscrapers and golden facades concealed decades of lawsuits, bankruptcies, and allegations of fraud? This is the untold story of Donald Trump's real estate empire, a tale of ambition, controversy, and consequences. Stay tuned as we pull back the curtain to reveal the shadows behind the shine. From controversial practices to jaw-dropping legal battles, we'll uncover how Trump's name became both his greatest asset and his biggest liability. Donald Trump's rise to real estate prominence wasn't built overnight. It began with his father, Fred Trump, a savvy businessman who developed low-cost housing in Brooklyn and Queens. Fred's properties laid the foundation for Donald's empire. But Donald wasn't content with Brooklyn. He rebranded his father's company as the Trump Organization and set his sights on Manhattan, the beating heart of global real estate. The Commodore deal. In the late 1970s, Donald made a bold move to redevelop the crumbling Commodore Hotel into the Grand Hyatt. By negotiating tax breaks with the city and securing financing through high-profile connections, Trump redefined himself as a deal-maker extraordinaire. Then, in 1983, Trump Tower opened on Fifth Avenue. Its glass facade and opulent interiors screamed success, transforming Trump into a household name. The tower became the crown jewel of his empire, but behind the glitz lay darker stories. What secrets were buried during the construction of Trump Tower? And how did these practices foreshadow Trump's future controversies? As Trump's profile grew, so did the cracks in his carefully curated image. Allegations of unethical practices and financial mismanagement began to emerge, challenging the foundations of his empire. In 1973, the U.S. Department of Justice filed a lawsuit against the Trump Management Corporation, accusing it of systematically refusing to rent to black tenants. Although the case was settled with no admission of guilt, the stigma of racial discrimination would follow Trump for decades. The 1980s and 1990s marked a turbulent period for Trump's empire. His aggressive expansion into casinos and luxury properties stretched his finances thin. By 1992, multiple properties, including the Trump Taj Mahal, had filed for bankruptcy. Trump's ventures weren't confined to the U.S. projects like Trump World Tower showcased his ambition, but not all were successes. Failed projects, such as the Trump International Hotel in Baku, highlight the risks of global expansion. Despite these failures, Trump's ability to maintain an image of success became his greatest weapon. As he once said, "People may not always think big themselves, but they can still get very excited by those who do." This philosophy drove his branding, even when the numbers didn't add up. But could branding alone shield Trump from the fallout of mounting debt and legal troubles? Let's explore. Before we move to the next chapter, this brings us to a key lesson for aspiring investors. Navigating the real estate market requires expertise and transparency, and that's why you're going to want to know about today's sponsor, Elan Real Estate, one of the leading companies based in Dubai, helping thousands of landlords, buyers, sellers, and tenants a stress-free experience on their respective journeys. Whether you are looking for a family home, property investment, or rental properties in Dubai, Elan Real Estate stands out in Dubai's competitive market with more than 25 years' experience in Dubai real estate. With a proven track record, Elan ensures clients secure the best opportunities with confidence. Just check out the link mentioned in our description to start your property investment journey in Dubai. Donald Trump's real estate empire wasn't just built on ambition, it thrived in a legal gray zone. Over the years, Trump and his properties have been embroiled in countless lawsuits, but few compare to the recent allegations of outright fraud. In 2023, A New York judge ruled that Trump had inflated the value of his properties to secure favorable loans. Trump Tower, 40 Wall Street, and even Mar-a-Lago were among the assets scrutinized. For instance, Mar-a-Lago was valued at over $600 million on paper, but was later assessed at just $27 million. Trump called this a standard business practice, but critics argue it crosses the line into deceit. As investigations deepen, what consequences could Trump face? And how does this impact the future of his empire? Trump's transition from real estate mogul to President of the United States in 2017 raised questions about conflicts of interest. Critics claimed that his properties directly benefited from his political influence. During his presidency, foreign dignitaries and lobbyists frequently booked rooms at Trump-branded hotels, raising ethical concerns. The Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C. became a focal point for these accusations. Amid the controversies, particularly during his presidency from 2017 to 2021, the Trump name began to lose its luster. Several buildings in major cities chose to rebrand between 2017 and 2021, removing Trump from their facades. The name that once symbolized luxury was now a lightning rod for division. With his reputation and business empire under fire, is this the end of Trump's dominance in real estate? Donald Trump's real estate empire, once a monument to unbridled ambition, now finds itself intertwined with a political resurgence. Having assumed office once again as the 47th President of the United States, the world is left to wonder how his renewed power will shape his empire and legacy. Trump's story has evolved from one of ambition and controversy in real estate to a larger-than-life narrative that shapes global politics. His return to the presidency raises questions about how his renewed power will influence his business empire and whether his controversial practices will resurface in new forms. Will Trump's presidency breathe new life into his empire or amplify its challenges? For now, the answer remains uncertain, leaving a compelling question. What's next for Donald Trump and his legacy? Whether you admire or criticize him, Trump's journey is a reminder that every empire, no matter how grand, is shaped by the choices made along the way. Subscribe to our channel for more interesting stories.